Welcome back to Dear Veronica, everyone. Last week, I asked you to share some of the weirdest and most inappropriate places you've seen or heard someone having a cell phone conversation. Here are some of my favorites. What a world we live in! Speaking of worlds, I've spent the better portion of the last 8 years playing World of Warcraft, and I know that there are many of you out there in the same Zeppelin. In fact, Twitter user RS Weekly wanted to know more about this game genre that we become so easily obsessed with. Dear Veronica, could you provide some insight on the psychology behind the addictive nature of MMORPGs? To help answer this, let's hear from Dr. Anthony Bean, PhD and video game expert and researcher. Take it away.
MMORPGs are one of the most popular video game genres to date. An example would be World of Warcraft, Guild Wars, or the new Elder Scrolls. A lot of research has shown that intrinsic and extrinsic motivations play a very large role in why we play these video games. However, I wouldn't use the term addictive because it really gives too much power to the video game. Instead, I would probably use the term immersive, and the reason is because you are immersed inside of the experience. And when you are immersed, you are involved with deep mental thinking. And when you are involved with deep mental thinking, why would we call that addiction? We should call that immersion for what it actually is.
Thanks, Anthony. You can follow him on Twitter @VideoGameDoc and follow his work over on his blog, anthonymbean.wordpress.com. Let's keep the gaming theme going with the rest of the episode. Why not? I'm an enabler. Our next question comes from Desire Peeper on Twitter. They ask, Dear Veronica, what gaming controller do you recommend to use on PC? When I've used a controller for PC gaming, which hasn't been all that often, I'm more of a mouse and keyboard girl, I've just used an old wired Xbox 360 controller because that's what I had around. You can also use a wired Xbox One controller too, though I found using the 360 controller makes the most sense for me since I can just leave it up in my office upstairs for just that purpose. And PlayStation fans, don't worry, you can use your DualShock 4 controller with your PC as well, and there are tons of good options from Logitech and Razer, but I think the best bet is still the one you already have around your house. Finally today, a Twitter question from @Sofafu. Dear Veronica, what action games do you like to play? Now I'm more into action adventure or action RPG rather than first-person shooters or the like. Right now I've been behind on a lot of games because, you know, shooting this show for example. But I'm just about to wrap up on The Witcher 3, which I have loved so very much. Now I typically play any new Assassin's Creed title that comes out and I'm waiting not so patiently for Fallout 4. I've been tiding myself over by endlessly breeding my dwellers in Fallout Shelter on my phone. Not an action game, but still. What games are you guys playing? Let me know. You can send those in and any of your questions to me via email at veronica@engadget.com or by using the hashtag #DearVeronica. We're also available on iTunes. Leave us a review if you enjoy the show. I'll see you next time. Just for that, let me pick up talking. Take it away.